This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by GoDaddy.com.
Use code 295NUT for a 295.com or transfer.
Defense Soap. Use code MMA Nuts for 15% off your entire order. Hey fans, this is MMA Nuts, episode 182.
183.
Just kidding. My name is Ingo Weigold.
I'm back with the MMA show. By my fans, for my fans, where we walk the line between serious
And ridiculous.
and ridiculous.
I did that on purpose, you know, because
What's that?
we are both recovering from some sort of. He officially had the flu. I was never diagnosed, but something hit. I don't know. I've been sick, man. Like as a dog this past week.
It's like if you were an asshole and you tried to stick like 4 cocks simultaneously in that ass.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that feels like, but I'm guessing that asshole is about what I feel like.
Okay. Nice.
The day after.
The day after, not during.
No, and I would imagine during it's probably painful, but recovery is probably worse.
But we are still sort of drinking,
Kind of.
lightly.
Kind of.
So cheers to you. Hopefully you're out there not sick, and it's by the sounds of what's going on in the news, likely you probably are. So
Yeah.
thanks for watching us while you're ill.
Yeah, we'll try to make it through this.
Yes.
Be
So
entertaining.
it's going around, man. That flu shit is no joke this year.
Do you get flu shots?
No.
Me neither. They tried to push that on me
yeah.
as I was getting ill. Like,
Yeah, or they're like, did you know you wouldn't be sick right now if you didn't give you, like, yeah, you know that.
Yeah. Like, no, keep your poison flu shot away from me.
No, I'm not about it. The kids don't get it. The wife doesn't get it. I don't get it. Nobody in my family gets it. My mom gets it every year, and she always gets ill a week after she gets it. So I'm like, well,
yeah, did you read a lot of people, they said there's this huge outbreak in, I don't know, 30 some odd states.
H1N1,
I think everything, yeah.
H2N2,
Sure.
whatever it is.
It's like the recorder. What is that? H4N something? The Zoom over there?
Oh, yeah.
But they were saying that people that got the flu shot were getting sick anyway. So what's the fucking point?
Apparently, there's like 2 kinds. There's a dormant type, and there's a live type or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't buy all this shit. I don't know.
They don't work. They're not safe. Don't do it.
I know why I got sick. I'm not sure why you got sick. Either I gave it to you or what, but you know, I've been dealing with a lot of stress in my personal life, and I've been sleeping a lot, and that's always when I get sick. I never really get, if I'm sleeping well, I'm exercising and eating healthy, I will not get sick. It's just not going to happen. But, you know, unfortunately, that's hard to do sometimes, but it sucks, because like you said, when you get ill, you get really ill.
Yeah.
And it fucking puts you down. So, but the show must go on.
It's right.
As
it will go on.
Must the news of the
go.
week. Do you have anything for us?
So let's start off with one of my all-time favorite fighters, Dominick Cruz, stripped of his title.
No way.
Because he's out of whatever UFC, I don't know, 170-ish, somewhere around there. He was supposed to fight Henderson.
He slipped on a banana peel and tore his groin, apparently, or something. Ouch. Man, talk about a guy who's like fucking just bad luck or fragile or I don't know what it is. Is he training too hard? Maybe he's too herky-jerky.
I think he's too shuck and jive.
You gotta fucking stretch, man. Jesus Christ. Especially being all crazy like that. What are you doing?
Yes.
You're not a spring chicken anymore. You gotta warm up.
Yeah,
slowly.
well, I think this also goes to the bigger issue here of when these guys are out that are champion, they should just establish that date and just say, okay, if you're out for a year, boom,
12 months. He was out for like 2.5 years, right?
Yeah, and now it's 3 come, I think, March.
How does he even make
like
money?
that.
I don't understand.
That's another good question, too. It sucks.
He can't fight? He
No.
can't. Does he get automatic cash because he's the champ or something?
He should.
He get, like, guaranteed money?
That'd be interesting. This is the health insurance. Like, there should be some sort of fighter insurance, or if you're injured, they should be able to give you some supplemental. Yeah.
Isn't that what that is?
Gilbert Gottfried,
I think.
got fired.
It's supplemental, like accidental injury
I don't
insurance.
know. That all seems like rape to me.
It is.
I don't trust all that extra.
But it
insurance.
works. I know people who've used Aflac when they've been disabled, disability type stuff. But yeah, that sucks. But what are you going to do? But that sets us up for an epic battle between Henderson versus Uriah Faber.
Yeah, which should be good the second time around, maybe.
Yeah, should be good. I liked it. We'll talk about that soon.
Yes.
Ish.
We'll move into number 2.
What else you got?
I do like this Ken Shamrock gaining employment as a 50 Cent bodyguard
He needs money.
at CES.
He needs cash. At CES.
I like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I heard that show sucked this year. I didn't hear any big news out of there. Nothing interesting.
Trying to think if there. Yeah.
There's another company. Razer has this like Fitbit type thing, which is real cool for gamers. It's like a watch type / thing, like I don't know, sleep monitor, like health monitor kind of thing. These are becoming real popular. What is your thought on these? Do you have you heard of like Fitbit or all this stuff that monitors like your daily activity and like your intake of calories and stuff? Like somehow these things are extremely smart.
Like the Lance Armstrong bracelet that's going to give me extra power.
No, this is like this. Well, it's a Lance Armstrong bracelet type looking thing, but it actually knows like how far you've walked, what you're eating, and then I don't know, whatever.
I don't know. It scares me because it's more Big Brother shit.
Yeah,
it's just reporting to the mothership to let them know how healthy or unhealthy you are.
Yeah, I contacted them because they're in the gaming realm. Razer makes the mice and all that shit, so kind of fits in. Maybe we can get some free ones, give away to fans. Try it out.
What was the other thing that was out there? Did
CS?
you see the modular PC that someone made?
No.
Where each component, it's like an open case, but each component has a slot. So like if you wanted to change the memory, you
I saw a picture of it. Yeah.
Flip something out, flip something in, so you don't have to fucking deal with.
The PC is dead, Matt. They've been saying this for 20 years.
It's never gonna die, but the shipments are gonna slow down as everyone slides to tablet. It's such a fad.
And Apple has the Mac Pro. Did you see that thing? The
No.
spaceship?
No.
It's pretty cool. It's like a cylinder.
Nice.
It's a computer.
Just
Looks
a
crazy.
rod.
Look at the new Mac Pro. It looks crazy. But what else do you have news related?
Matt Brown had a podcast.
He did. I heard it was
came
successful.
and went. I'm sorry. It was legit man shit. I guess he said something about the women's MMA, and the women don't take too kindly to that kind of talk.
Neither does Dana White, apparently.
Saying that the only way you'd watch a fight or women fight, if you're gonna pay $60 for it, is if they were topless.
Ew.
And I have a problem with that. Because what if the guy's joking? Can a guy just goof around and fucking say some shit?
I don't know if he was joking. It didn't sound like, according to the reporting, that he was kidding around. Maybe he was. I don't know. But Matt is like...
I say that shit all the time.
I know.
I'm always joking, though. Well, I guess that's the fine line. How do you know?
We are not gainfully employed by said
no.
UFC.
I don't
or
think
Zuffa.
I want to be. Because then I want to be able to say whatever the fuck I want.
Yes.
Right? So it's unfortunate because it looked like, hey, here's a cool thing. Someone's going to start and
it's over before it starts?
Yes.
Yep. Too bad. So sad. As I yawn and you cough. Sorry.
Yeah. It's like double penetration right there.
Correct.
Airtight.
Sans lube.
Right. Of course. It's the only way we do it. Just with defense soap. But, how does the other fighter, your favorite fighter, Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen have a podcast and there's no issues?
Never listened to it.
I mean,
I don't think anyone else is listening to it either.
I don't know. They were on the UFC on, was it UFC Tonight? I thought they had a little fucking segment or something with Dana White.
Brian Callen, who's a comedian. I'm sure Brendan's like, he's crazy. I don't know. I just nod and smile.
Maybe he's like a bobblehead at the set. He just pushes button.
He does the same way in the podcast as he does with jiu-jitsu competitions.
Avoids everything.
Yes.
Nice.
He doesn't engage.
Controversy.
That's right.
He won.
A non-defeat, as long as you don't engage, is also considered a victory.
Always.
In his book. So
I think Bruce Lee said that once.
Did he?
No. Said something about like man who kicks.
Know your enemy better than you know yourself.
Right. Moving right along. Keith Kizer steps down as the head of the NSAC.
Steps down? Wow. Timing is impeccable, sir.
How so? Are you saying there's a conspiracy theory of the week here?
Possibly.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe not, though. I mean, I don't find it coincidental that he steps down when Vitor Belfort is about to fight in Las Vegas with a TRT exemption. For the heavyweight, light heavyweight belt, middleweight belt. Wait, which one? I don't know. All three.
Yes. Middleweight.
And the same night.
That's crazy.
He's just going to keep fighting.
Yes, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, fuck Belfort. I don't know when the last. It's been Brazil, and you know he's gonna have challenges getting. First off, just his license to fight in Nevada.
Not anymore.
And a therapeutic use exemption. Seems a little curious.
Now he has both.
I'm just saying.
I don't think they found someone new just yet.
No, which is weird because then you're gonna have to have someone there. Maybe they have like a deputy.
Probably.
That's gonna be the interim.
He said they're
director.
accepting all applications. So
apply now. Get in there.
Big
John McCarthy. Dual
he's
role.
very happy.
Well, dual citizenship.
So I think Big John can finally get licensed in Las Vegas again, right?
Probably, since it sounded like the beef was.
What was the beef
the
with Kizer and Big John?
I think he said words about him, probably along the lines of like how Dana talks about Keith and how they should probably do some shit. Can I be any more vague?
No, but
it covers it.
Look it up. Read the Big John book, which was excellent, by the way. I remember it was in there for some reason, but I don't recall what the reason was.
And the last thing as we're moving right along, turbo speed here, Ingo. So I was thinking about Ronda Rousey the other day.
You were now.
Yes, I was.
What were you wearing?
Usually just a pair of socks.
Nice.
And actually it's just one sock.
Okay.
Yeah, it's plaid. But anyway,
Okay,
actually it was a Grinch, but it doesn't matter. It's neither here nor
The
there.
cringe sock.
But
what the fuck? That's crazy.
You know, I want to have my daughters watch the Ronda Rousey Miocic Tate fight, and I was thinking, man, you know, Rousey has this reputation where she goes out there and she doesn't give a shit about the fans or the boos or trying to please anybody. And I thought, wow, what a lost opportunity, because she could be a role model for like young women coming up, either to just watch the sport and enjoy it or to participate in the sport. So now, like, when I have my daughters watch this fight, I have to go to the after fight and show, okay, here's the champion, here's her winning by armbar, here's her not shaking the opponent's hand, and this is fucking terrible for her. Don't do this, because I had one of my daughters do that at a fucking soccer game and the handshake through, not shake hands. Luckily, it wasn't after she watches this fight, because then I would have blamed Ronda Rousey for poor sportsmanship, but the point is, it seems like an opportunity that she could embrace, but she chooses to play the heel for some reason, which, I don't know.
She said she doesn't care about the fans, don't pay her mortgage or whatever the fuck she said. I don't know.
True, but you could be the, like, role model for all.
She gives no fucks, Mats.
Apparently, but, you know, like, if you're going to have a daughter, you know, go after a sport, I think Miocic Tate's a better role model.
I don't know. She seems kind of cunty, though.
Well, at least she offers up her hand in defeat.
True. I'm struggling to think about this because, on one hand, you know that Rousey is a strong individual. Her constitution may be extremely hard to break down, in a sense. She may bark at you. She may come off as whiny and crazy, but when it comes down to the actual battle, you can't beat her. And there's something to be said about that, you know. I think coming from a single-parent household, you know, her mom raised her, and seems like she did a good job. Not the best sportsman, but at the same time, she's also a winner. So it's hard to. I don't know how to take it. It's hard. It's hard to. There's lessons in there, and there's all in both directions, you know. So she's not a Gina Carano.
No, I think that's where that was the perfect one, but she wasn't the best.
She was not. And Chris Cyborg is also not that humble and that personable, and you know, who
she looks frightening, if not hot.
I know your feelings about Cyborg. I'm just saying, and I do believe those two are on a collision course to fight soonish. Whoa, I hear clawing.
Yeah.
Is that the crabs trying to come in?
Yeah, right through my pantalones azules. Whew, it's getting hot in here. My balls are sweating.
But yeah, I don't know if I had a point. I was just trying to comment on what you said.
Something role model, something.
So I know what you're saying, yet at the same time, there's a lesson. You know,
the lesson is, I mean, it proves a point that you just gotta show. My point is, you have to have sportsmanship. That's, I think, the thing that bugs me.
Do you really though?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That's what I was always taught, and I think even more so in martial arts, I think, than any other sport.
I'm all for it. I'm just wondering if you do, because some guys don't. Like the Diaz brothers, you know.
Right, but I think that's just the way maybe some of these people are brought up. Like,
true.
But it just keeps spawning down from generation to generation. At some point, someone's going to be like, you know what? We fought. You shake hands. I'm not saying you have to hug each other. I'm not a fan of that. Just be hey, good fight, whatever. Move along.
Sure.
That's all.
I hear you.
So that is that. Ready to get into the best card of the year once again. Chicago, the mecca for UFC.
I tell you, we get a little hosed on this, but
every year, Ingo. Every
UFC
year.
on Fox, Henderson versus Thomson, January 25th at the United Center in Chicago. Your dog is clawing. Is there like an alien outside she's trying to get away from?
Is there trouble?
And we have Ben Henderson versus Josh Thompson headlining. That's kind of crazy.
I got to let it read because otherwise we're going to hear this for a while.
The clawing.
Yeah. It's all good. Proceed.
I have nothing else.
That's all is going on?
That's all I have to say.
We're filming a show here.
Dog.
We're filming
Can
a show.
anyone see her? She's gonna bite my balls.
She's sitting right in front of the camera.
You're gonna get excited and she's gonna bite me.
I don't have my phone here. I'd take a picture and fucking. She sits right in front of the camera, out of shot. Good dog. Good dog.
Barely.
Something scary must have happened.
What happened out there?
I don't know.
Are the aliens coming?
We're gonna sit right next to Ingo. So.
Okay. You're good.
All right. You ready for the first fight?
It's okay. Just don't bite me. I'm ready.
All right. We got Stipe.
Don't have a nickname.
Isn't he like the Croatian sensation?
Maybe. He's from Croatia. Does he have a nickname?
I think that's his nickname.
Are you sure?
Miocic, he is 10-1 versus Gabriel.
Napo.
Gonzaga, he's 16-7. Miocic, 70% of his wins by KO, 10% by submission. Gonzaga, 44% of his wins by KO, 56% by submission. What do you see going on here?
Stipe also happens to be affiliated with Capritos Braza, because he's from Cleveland.
Bangarang!
Strong style Cleveland Braza. So, word to the bird. And to your moms.
Nice.
I came to drop bombs.
I thought you were going to say you came on your mom.
No.
Like, what are you doing? This is a family show.
This fight has me pretty excited because I think these two guys are both coming off some pretty good victories, and they're both tough. I'd say Stipe is much better in the stand-up. He works the angles real well, where Gabriel Gonzaga is more of a straightforward guy. I mean, you know, he's somehow the guy's like able to finish dudes via leg kick, kind of crazy, but head kick, I guess you say. But I like Stipe's chances in this fight. I think Gonzaga has a tendency to get tired, and if Stipe can stick and move,
he has a tendency to get knocked the fuck out.
Right.
Unfortunately.
I think if Stipe can avoid the onslaught in the first minute or so, he'll be able to get Gonzaga to tire himself out and relax a bit. Now, you don't want to go on the ground, but Stipe's takedown defense is pretty good. I think he's got really good striking, very solid. I say he knocks out Gonzaga early in the second round on this one, because heavyweight fights don't go that long. So.
No, they don't.
The over-under is probably 4 minutes. But I'll say it goes a little longer.
Typically with Gonzaga, also.
What do you think?
Gonzaga, first round KO.
Ooh.
Wheel kick.
Wheel kick.
But, excuse me.
Just because it's popular these days?
Yeah. But if I'm Gonzaga, obviously, I think his best chance is on the ground.
Okay.
The problem I think he's going to deal with is Stipe's speed.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
very fast.
He should be a lot faster with the hands, but you're going to have to watch out from the kicks.
Oh, yeah.
And that ass-raping smile after he wins Gonzaga. Man,
It's like a gorilla, man.
I want no part of that.
He's very hairy.
He is. You know, Magic 8 Ball. I gave a lot of on that one, sis. Magic 8 Ball is taking Stipe. It takes us right into sponsors.
Sponsors! We're brought to you by GoDaddy.com.
I know everything. You get a $295.com with code 295nuts. 30% off of all your new orders in action with code 30deal4.
Jean-Claude says, spend your money now.
Or we rape your ass. Bloodsport.
We're also brought to you by
2014. Stamps.com. There's like a $100 offer.
Crazy. You get
$45. Go ahead.
$45 in postage, free digital scale, which is a $50 value. You don't need to use it just for mail.
To pay shipping and handling. It may be a small fee.
Yes. And you get a 4-week trial of Stamps.com. What do? You go to Stamps.com, go to the radio button, hit the little thingy, and then put code MMA.
Yep.
And you're all set.
And you can print first-class postage from home, because you can't do that from the USPS unless you sign up here. Or else you drag your ass to the post office.
And you don't want to do
the
that.
balls.
Don't do
You're
that.
sending out a bunch
You will die there
t-shirts.
before they serve you.
Especially around Christmas.
Yes.
Oh my God.
You'll be a skeleton. You'll starve.
Ridiculous.
We're also brought to you by defensesoap.com, which does not kill the flu, but it does kill staph infections and all kinds of things that may or may not be on your skin. You should definitely use this, especially this time of year as everyone's getting nasty out there. There's lots of germs floating around.
Yeah.
Use this stuff. They have this bar, which is one of my favorites. And of course, they have lots of other products. But use code MMANUTS and you can save 15% off your order.
True that.
Every day, all day.
And what's last?
Onit.com?
Yep.
Where you can also use code MMANUTS and save 300%.
You got to go to
I'm just kidding.
onit.com/MMANuts.
Yes.
You'll save 10%, if not 350.
Correct.
Percent.
They will pay you to buy things.
Of course.
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
That's it.
Okay.
Moving right along.
Move on.
Take it to the main event here. All right, we got Benson.
Smooth.
Henderson, he is 19-3 versus Josh.
Punk!
Thomson, he's 20-5. Henderson, 11% of his wins by KO, 42% by submission. Thomson, 25% of his wins by KO, 45% by submission. And this is a fight where I think we need to establish a hair fix counter for each person, as they are always, both of them, like
doing shit with their hair.
looking
They
all
gotta
right.
look pretty, man.
My hair looking all right.
Yeah.
And Benson, I don't think he's going cornrow in this fight.
No.
Because
Got
that fight with Pettis didn't work out so well with him. And he said, I think that was the first time he cornrowed his hair. And then no more.
Too much pressure on his hair, his head.
He could actually see shit coming, and it didn't work out so well
Yeah.
for him. Because he ate a lot of the body kicks.
Oh, yeah.
And then got his arm popped.
Mm-hmm.
So for Henderson, I'm wondering, one, how is he going to bounce back from 2 losses to the same guy? I mean, the first time he bounced back, and I think he ran off 7 or 8 wins, got the fucking title in the UFC, and then he runs into Pettis again and gets his arm jacked up. So how's the arm going to feel?
It's fine.
And then mentally, how is he going to do?
He just got married.
Oh, even better. Then.
Yes.
I'm sure he's totally
There's some
in
badass
fight
photos
mode
floating
then.
around of fucking not Rogan. What's his face?
Goldberg.
Goldberg. Yes, thank you. At his wedding with one of those
Kinda
crazy
weird.
photo booth pictures.
Kind of weird.
Why is that weird?
I don't know.
Goldberg and his Goldberg teeth.
Very white.
His white, perfect smile. Think about getting that done. It's nice.
It's a good look.
Perfect.
Whiter the better. When they're blinding you on TV,
They're
then you
not
know
real.
you did it. It's like Chum Lee from Pawn Stars.
Yes,
White as snow.
that's correct.
Jon Snow. Winter is coming.
It
and
is. We did just see the preview for Game of Thrones.
April 6th.
Oh my God, that's too long. Fuck you, HBO.
Yep.
You can't put a trailer out 3 months in advance. Sons of bitches.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
So
But it looks good.
it's true.
It is true.
So the other thing with Henderson, looking at his last 9 fights, he went 8 of his last 9 fights. He's been in a decision. I don't like this shit.
Yeah.
So when I flip it over to Thomson, he was won 2 of his last 3, and you can look at his last fight against Nate Diaz where he fucking just worked him the whole fight because he went in with a valid strategy, which was similar to how Condit fought Nick Diaz.
Yes.
Where he used movement, but the way Thomson did it was leg kick, 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 kick. He wasn't even really punching. Just kept circling off, and then head kick, pink,
Ouch.
neck kick, kunk.
Yeah, that was bad.
And then I think it was the second round where he lands, in the clinch too, the elbows in the clinch. Where
Yeah.
It was nice. So good strategy, gets the TKO win, and Nate got dropped. Corner was thrown in the towel. And the fight before that, he fought Melendez, loses a controversial split decision. So now here, is he going to follow a good game plan? I think so.
Okay.
I think striking-wise, he beats Henderson. Cardio, no.
They're pretty. No, they're both pretty good. Cardio department.
I think Henderson could, if Henderson wants to win the fight, I think he's got to wear and tear him down.
Push the pace.
Yeah, and just
But
drag
didn't
him
Thomson
down.
have like some big? He had big time wars with Melendez, and
Yeah.
I mean, he made it.
Yeah, but if I gotta put my money on one of the guys' cardio, I'm gonna put it on Henderson. Because how many times did you see him after 5 rounds answering fucking interview questions like he wasn't even in a fight?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that for Mr. Punk.
Okay, fair
I'm
enough.
just saying
Fair
that
enough.
you're headlining for the first time in the UFC too.
Big
so,
deal, yes.
I mean, he's been champion before and he's fought 5s, so it shouldn't be a big deal to him because
No.
he has the experience factor there. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Thomson,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope he follows the clinch game plan because I if Henderson's coming in to go for takedowns and he stifles him up, like negates the takedown, hits him with them same elbows, let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Get some head kicks, get some body kicks. Pettis was successful with that.
Okay.
Granted, his body kicks were fast as fuck.
Yes.
It was just whoop, whoop. So, I mean, there's granted a marked difference between a Pettis body kick and a Thomson body kick.
Correct.
I'm going to take Mr. Thomson with a 3rd round TKO over Ben Henderson.
Ouch.
What say you?
Well, let me start by saying that I think this will be on the short list for Fight of the Year candidate for 2014. I know it's early.
Could
I
be.
think these two guys are both extremely well-rounded. They're equally
Well-groomed,
matched, well-groomed.
kind of.
They're
Three boys.
stunningly handsome. You know, you mentioned a lot of things that I would say is I mean, the cardio I think for me is pretty equal. I don't think Ben necessarily has much better cardio than Thomson, and Thompson's very charismatic in his striking. He mixes it up well, like you said. He does all this shit really well. Ben Henderson, I mean, he's always, with the exception of Anthony Pettis, who seems to have his number for some reason. I mean, he's always been a guy who's been dominating guys and just been able to like take guys into deep water and just keep going and going and going and going and just never stops. I think this fight will be extremely exciting. Both guys are going to rock each other. This is going to go the distance. I think they're both equally tough. You got a guy like Thomson who can probably do better close up and, like you said, use the clinch, where Henderson probably should use the distance and play a little of his taekwondo. And on the ground, I don't know what's going to happen because Thomson has got pretty good takedown defense. And Henderson, I know that, his jiu-jitsu is, I think he's brown belt level now, something like that. Not that great. So when you consider, like, everybody has a black belt, right?
Right. Thank you.
So a brown belt is not that
It's under
exciting.
who?
I think it'll be an interesting fight. It'll be a lot of up and down, and with no cardio issues, I think it'll be fun and exciting. But I got to say, Ben Henderson will not lose 2 in a row.
What? Come on.
It's going to be a split decision, controversial fight because it's going to be good. And I'm taking Ben Henderson via 5-round decision.
Yeah.
I was like, how many fingers is that? Split decision. I think.
You're not gonna say draw?
No.
Draw?
Majority
Controversial?
draw.
Draw?
No.
Did I just say draw, Ingo?
No.
I wouldn't curse the best card of the year coming out of Chicago with the draw now,
Yeah.
would I?
No.
Okay. Just
Well,
double check it.
Given our track record, though, if you look back at the last few cards,
Mm-hmm.
the last year's was a snooze fest. You had, like, was it Phil Davis and Rashad?
If Phil Davis is on a card, I'm out.
Yeah, and
I
then
want no part of it.
not only that, but then you had like Chael and wasn't it Chael and Damian was on that card? No.
No, I don't remember what it was, but it's not good. Every time they come to Chicago on a Fox card.
You sure it wasn't Chael and Damian?
No. Well, no, I take that back because you had Pettis and Cerrone.
Correct. Oh,
You had
I'm thinking about the
Dodson.
card before that,
Yeah, you're thinking 2 back.
which was shitty.
Yeah.
And
the
you had
the last one was all
the
right.
last one was all right. You had Cerrone and Pettis and Rampage. Yeah, sorry. So they're due for a bad one. There's been like bad, good. Sorry. Yeah, I'm living in the past, man.
Live in the now.
Not working.
heaven now.
That's right.
All right, so draw for everyone.
Draws all around.
Magic 8 Ball, as I see it, yes. Benson, Henderson. It's all good.
Hang on, got a text.
Ask. No, my dog is fucking passed out.
Bear with me. I don't want to check my text on the phone, but
yeah. All right.
My dad's been kind of ill, so it's very late today.
That's all right. I'll time it out.
He's okay. Go ahead.
Time back in.
Go ahead. You're fine.
Seamlessly.
I will just respond. Go ahead.
I'm working my way back down. I scrolled up too fast. Chris Sheehan asked, do you believe Anderson Silva could have won that fight?
I don't know. He wasn't winning that fight.
He hasn't won any part of any round.
He could have won that fight. I mean, I suppose, but he wasn't winning it.
He gets dropped every round he fought him.
Yeah, it's bad.
So I got to say no. Henry Whitaker, question, guys. What do you think about the Ray Sefo challenging Bellator to a winner-take-all pay-per-view, 10 World Series of fighters versus 10 Bellator fighter, winner takes all gate receipts and pay-per-view revenue from the event? This is a great show, guys. Thank you.
I haven't jizzed this much since Strikeforce announced the heavyweight tournament. I'm jizzing everywhere. I love it.
Hell yeah, it would be great.
It's great. Why not?
Yes, I would do it.
You know, these lower promotions that are like below the UFC, which everyone knows is like, you know, the major league of major leagues. Why don't they do more of this shit? It's interesting. It keeps people in the seats. I don't know. They don't.
More interesting matchups.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have to say that that's really what's going to happen. But I mean, I like it.
Hell yeah, make some waves. It makes me want to watch your fights. Because now the only time I really do is if I happen to just be bored and run across it.
Yeah.
There needs to be another level to making me get into one of these other organizations.
Yeah.
And that would get me in. Like, ooh, what's going to happen with this matchup? What's going to happen with that matchup?
Yeah.
And if you want to get crazy, throw some fucking pride rules in. I'm just saying, pride rules. Pride rules.
He loves the pride rules.
Soccer kicks, baby.
He wants like a
Let's
moat,
up it up. Amp it up a level.
Alligators and shit.
You could throw weapons in there. Maybe I wouldn't be open to that, but
a big bag of dicks.
See, that would make it more interesting.
Don't get knocked out because you're gonna get fucked by a big bag of dicks.
Look, at the 5-minute mark, it's gonna rain down a 300 big black cocks.
Yes.
And then wherever they fall, maybe there's a circle that they fall in. You're going to have to be on the outside. And it goes around. You ever play Bomberman? And
yes.
Like,
it's one of your favorite games.
You got to know, right?
I'm not that into it, but you love it. I know
but as...
and he's really good at it, too.
The time elapses, like the bricks start falling around the cage. Maybe that should be happening with the cocks. They're falling around. So you got to keep... The cage keeps closing and closing and closing in on you. So at that point, something's got to happen.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Ryan Smith, best ass in MMA, Miocic Tate, Kat Zingano, Jade Bryce, Brittany Palmer, or Uriah Faber's chin.
I like Kat Zingano's ass. I don't know. A little more thick. I don't know.
Chris Cyborg, pants down.
Yes. I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Chris... Vision Marshall. I'm losing my vision right now, by the way. Fight you're most looking forward to in 2014.
You can go first.
Ronda Rousey, Chris Cyborg. Make it happen.
It's not official.
No,
but
she's not even in UFC. She's not in the right weight class. But that's what I want to see. I don't know if it'll happen, but that's what I'm banking on.
Okay. I like John Jones versus Glover Teixeira.
Wow, it's happening like almost right around the corner.
Immediately.
Yes.
Jones's reign is ending.
Well, the UFC curse is going to happen.
It should. That game's coming out soon, eh?
Let's see, the first quarter. Yeah, I thought it was like March, April.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be epic.
I hope it doesn't. It's not fucked up like Battlefield 4 fucked up.
Or FIFA 14.
Oh my god.
FIFA 14's fucked up too.
Really?
You can't change the brightness. So when you play the game,
Yeah.
like it looks spectacular until the game starts. Like everything looks great. The brightness is perfect, looks clear, and then everything looks dark. Like somehow they fucked it up. Like the shadows, and you can't see the guys. And you have to turn the brightness on the TV up so high, and it still looks fucked up.
And this
They
is
took the
another EA game, right?
They took the sliders out. I'm worried they're going to do that for the UFC game because you got to be able to change the contrast and all that stuff because you don't want to do it on your TV because your TV is already calibrated for however it is. But I know what you're saying about Battlefield 4.
Everyone, I think they rushed all these games out
Probably.
for the console,
and
no one was ready.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise. But you know, I think Battlefield is fucked up the same way on the Xbox 360 and PS3, so and the computer. So,
and look how the other problem is look how long it's been.
Yeah,
that they've been fucked up. So,
sucks balls. What are you gonna
Better
do?
Business Bureau is gonna be coming after
the BBC.
you. I'm just saying.
BBB.
The BBB. It's all good. Rodrigo Machado asks, who is the current top face, the good guy, and the top heel, the bad guy, in the UFC? And he gives his picks. He goes Weidman for the face, Rousey for the heel.
Mm-hmm. Rousey takes the heel hands down. I think there's nobody even close.
Yeah. Well, I think John Jones is pretty close. He's a close
That's
too.
true, and he's a champion. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But like the good guy, I mean GSP was, but he's not in
He's
it.
the guy. Yeah, the top good guy.
Yeah.
In the UFC. Ooh.
Who else gets like the good karma?
Weidman, I don't know. Weidman is another guy who's like got a lot of like good, bad, kind of weird, especially after the whole like Fulcum, Metzger thing.
There's some controversy.
Yeah. Who's the guy who can do no wrong in the UFC? I don't know. It's hard to say.
Well, no one. I think GSP was the only untouchable, but he was so clean cut until they had that little spat. But that was the Dana spat, not the fans. From a fan standpoint,
maybe Cain Velasquez might be one. I mean, he's the Mexican champion. He's got, seems like I don't know, but yeah, it's hard to say. I don't know. I can't put my finger. I don't know.
Probably Michael Bisping,
Uriah Faber.
Michael Bisping. No, Uriah Faber is probably a good
He's
choice
a good guy.
too.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody
ever
hates
says
that
anything
guy.
I hate his chin.
I'd fuck it so hard.
Every time I see his chin, I think of ass. Man ass. That's disgusting.
Awesome. Moving right along. I'm going to go with Uriah Faber then.
Okay.
And then Rousey is the heel.
Yes.
Brian Gonzalez. Why do fans hate Travis Brown so much?
I didn't realize they did. Do they?
I didn't realize that either. Maybe thinking about that Gonzaga fight with the questionable.
Yeah.
And maybe it's Brazilian fans, not American.
Is he from Brazil?
Fans. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he is.
Okay.
So maybe it's a Brazilian thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Could be.
A proud country.
Sure. Dino Turkic asks, UFC lost their top 2 pay-per-view cash cows. Other than Bones Jones, who else can step up and be a major pay-per-view draw?
I think Anthony Pettis might have to, if he can. But they haven't built him up enough yet. He's got a good story, People can get behind that if he can keep his nose clean. He's a little bit wild, so I don't know how that plays. Because I mean, he comes from a broken home, as far as I remember. The story they built up.
Yeah.
Weidman, but he's not personable. He's like that in that gray area of personality. So
he's too new.
Can John Jones recover and become like everyone's friend?
Well, maybe, because think about Anderson. How long did I hate him?
And then you loved him?
Well, it's like I liked him, and then I hated him for so many years,
Yes.
and I was indifferent. I was like, well, just as long as you're going to come out and fight, I can forgive at some point. And I would say, how about Ronda Rousey, though?
Can she turn it around? Maybe.
Well, even as a heel, like if she likes to, she claims that sells more than being.
I agree with her. I think it definitely does. That's what Brock Lesnar was doing, and it was working for him.
Yeah, he had a fucking ton
Hey,
of
there you
star
go.
power.
Maybe Brock's coming back. There's a lot of rumors going around.
They posted his pay-per-view numbers. Every one was over 1 million.
Nice.
Well, they talk about, what was it, UFC 168? The pay-per-view buy rate?
Yeah.
They said it was anywhere between 1 million and 1.1.
Wow.
So it was right in that range that we
Okay.
were talking about. It was a little over $1 million.
And
We
it
were
was
saying
worth it.
under.
It's a
It
great
was
card.
under over, but we're pretty fucking close on that.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Smith, Shogun versus Phil Davis. You like that fight?
No, I do not.
Anything with Phil Davis, I don't like. I don't know why.
Ouch.
He's on my other list. I
Brutal.
don't know why. The guy did nothing wrong.
Yes.
I think he's just had a couple shitty fights. And
Yes.
once you have a couple shitty fights, you're out.
Yeah.
You got to win in spectacular fashion. You might even have to, have a submission that we've never seen before and have it named after you.
Yeah. Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah. And thoughts on Khabib versus Nate Diaz not happening?
I don't know what I believe in that story. I don't believe Nate Diaz turns down fights, but I don't know.
He tweeted something out like, "Fuck you, Dana White."
Really?
And he's like, "That's bullshit. I didn't turn anything down."
Yeah.
Something along those
Maybe his
lines.
management did. You never know. But that guy's tough, dude, and nobody knows that fucking guy really. And Nate. That's a crazy fight for Nate to take because that's extremely dangerous. That guy could fucking knock him out too.
And seeing how, remember when he fought Roy McDonald and Roy suplexed his ass so many times?
Yeah.
What do you think
Khabib is gonna
do?
have a record, 26 takedowns
He's
in the
gonna
first round.
fucking suplex him out of the octagon
Yeah.
for Christ's sake.
Yeah, but I don't know what to believe. I don't know.
True.
I can't believe he would say "fuck you, Dana." Did he really?
Oh
say
yeah,
that?
he did.
Okay.
He tweeted that shit out. That's a good way to impress your boss.
Yeah. I should try that.
Yeah. Go for
See
it.
what happens.
Tweet that out
Fuck
to
you,
the world.
boss. Fuck you.
Yeah. And then Michael Johnson just stepped up and said
Yes, he
he
did.
would take the fight.
He's
so
a tough dude too.
good for him.
Yeah,
Give it to him,
he's
man.
a better wrestler, so I think he can handle it. Not as great of a all-around fighter, maybe, but he's been on a surge.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that fight. That sounds interesting.
And that's kind of what Ian Hanna just asked, something about potential opponents for Khabib. So you could do the Michael Johnson one.
Yeah.
I'll be all right with that. Mark Relaford, what do you think about James DeHuna going down to 185? Say good luck.
I don't think about it.
that's a big dude.
I don't think about it.
Moving right along.
Right.
Robert Lilly, do you ever get bored of MMA?
No.
Nah.
I thought I would, and there was a time I was a little burnt out by it
Yeah.
for a while because I don't know about you, but I used to stress about all the cards that would come out. Like, oh my god, there's all this shit happening, and now I'm just like, you know what? Who cares? Like now that we've adopted the new, what we don't care about, we don't talk about
Right.
attitude.
Well, that's what makes it better. I think
Yes.
when we looked at it before, it was always like, okay, we got to cover everything on the main card.
No.
I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to cover this fight. I don't want
Yeah.
to cover that fight. Let's just cover the ones we want to talk about.
Yeah.
So.
And we were here talking about shit that nobody cares about,
Right.
and then we just stopped doing that, and now it's more fun again.
Right.
So it's good.
It's got to be fun.
Great. I love to watch it though. I mean, shit. I'll watch it. I'll watch anything MMA. I mean, whatever. I like watching boxing. Whatever. It's fun. I watched a football game today, and I'm just like, this is like, I don't know. This
It's
guy's throwing the
too
ball around.
herky-jerky.
Yeah.
I need action.
Nonstop action.
Yep. Justin Doctorate Bound Carter, where's the big black cock on your wall?
No one's ever sent us one. Adam and Eve, where are you, sirs?
Oh yeah,
We need a
affiliated.
dangling cock.
Gotta work on that, Ingo.
I know.
Things to work on for 2014.
Please send us a black cock.
Yes. And 4 UFC versus Bellator fights, which you would set. Yeah, no, sorry.
Well, Alvarez.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, Alvarez. You could say Askren, but he's no longer under contract. So.
Okay.
And
Go
then
ahead. We want to dig this one?
is Rampage in Bellator?
Yes.
Okay, Rampage. I would still like as he's dying over here.
I'll throw it.
I'm grasping
Are
at
you
straws.
gonna try to bring Tito back?
No, not Tito. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck if I know.
No interest. I'm sorry. Are you surprised Chandler Alvarez 3 will be on pay-per-view? And are you glad they stripped that motherfucker Cruz? Yes! I'm glad they stripped him.
It's not going to be pay-per-view.
Too late. You don't think?
No.
I think
they're
it will.
full of shit again. Psych!
Yeah.
No pay-per-view.
We're
It's free.
just trying to play it out.
Yeah.
And then Alex Grainer will close it out. How many tortillas fit in an enchilada?
An enchilada?
Yes, enchilada.
What? What the fuck are you talking about? Hey, that depends how big the fucking enchilada is. I don't know, 12.
Good answer. I'll agree with that.
Who cares? What the fuck? How many tortillas fit in an enchilada? Are you Mexican?
Yes.
No, him.
Oh, I don't. I'm not, but my wife is.
Yeah, I'm fucking Polish. Okay.
Serious. My wife is 50% Mexican.
Yeah.
She got a full ride to fucking school.
Yeah, we know. That's, okay.
For being a minority, that's funny. I speak so much more Spanish than her.
It's all good. ¿Dónde está el baño?
Yes.
Because I have to go to the baño
Yeah.
at the moment.
Right, do you?
After my beer, yes.
All right. Well, we're almost done. We're right into knowledge.
Take your
So, I've had, as I've been ill this past week, or both of us have, I've had a lot of time to just watch fucking TV and zone out.
Okay.
And I watched the original episode of The Dukes of Hazzard, which
Ooh.
was filmed probably in the late 70s. I think it was either 78 or 79. And some things to take away. I cannot believe how short Daisy Duke's shorts were. Like, I thought I was going to see pussy. They were so short.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I can't believe that shit got on the TV. When you think back of shit must have been freer back in the day. And then all of these, they had all these like prostitutes on, like the boys.
That was a crazy show.
They were getting prostitutes for the sting operation or something was going down. And then later on, the boys, the Duke boys, are driving in their car, and then the police set up a roadblock, and they stop them, and then they're harassing the Duke boys, and then Bo is just sitting there, and while they're harassing him, he takes out a stick of dynamite and lights it, and throws it under the cop car and blows the fucking cop car up.
This is on TV, no less.
Like, oh my God, like, wow, you got like tits and ass, you got explosives. And then these motherfuckers are always like pulling out their bow and arrow with a stick of dynamite on the end of their arrow.
That's why everybody loved that show. It was like totally
God
crazy.
damn, like that show holds up. It holds up. I was in. I may have been like hallucinating, but
No,
I was
you're right.
entertained.
No. So does the fucking oh my God, my brain.
Here we go.
The one where they're
There's
living
that
in the apartment together.
Bosom Buddies?
No, not
Perfect Strangers?
That was a good show. Belky?
Don't be.
Don't be ridiculous. No. The guy who died on the show. He the hot chicks. He was living with the hot chicks. Perfect Company. Three's Company.
Oh,
Three's Company.
Yeah,
That's another one. Was like
Yeah.
some episodes. So my wife used to watch that, and I was like, wow, this is like serious.
Suzanne Summers. Hello.
God damn, that's like a interesting outfit, and they're always like insinuating sex and all. Some of these shows were pretty edgy, but then you go and you turn on reality TV now, and everyone's like pretty much naked. So
yeah,
can't stand it. I don't know. The Bachelor started up. Does your wife watch that?
No.
Okay.
God.
My wife stopped. Thank you.
She
Thankfully.
She watches that fucking Big Bang Theory. I can't watch it. I tried.
Yeah.
Does not work.
Well, Netflix has a lot of good old shows, and I've been getting into some stuff here and there. So I don't know. There's a lot of if you like Netflix, there's a lot of good shit out there that you can catch. But some of the you're right. Some of these old shows are just I don't know how it made TV. It doesn't make sense.
And then I saw the worst movie I've ever seen.
Did you?
It was Almost Heroes. Chris Farley and Matthew Perry. And it's like some weird 1800s Western type movie.
Don't think I saw that.
These guys are trying to be like Lewis and Clark. And I gave it about a half hour. And oh my God. Even in a medicated, halfway lucid state, no, I'm out. I can't fucking watch it. Yeah. Rotten Tomato, 11%.
Yes.
11%.
You got to check that shit out beforehand.
Whoa.
Sometimes they're wrong though. I think anything over 50 is a good chance. But
well, the weird thing was because it was on Amazon and it had 4 stars.
Yeah.
I'm like 4 stars. I thought it was a shitty movie, is what I had heard. So fuck it. Give it a shot.
Not that bad?
Nope. No. And a half hour was hard. Like, I was done at 15, but I pushed through another 15 just to prove the point. Fucking
I don't have the
worst
patience for movies
ever.
lately. I don't know, the last year or so, it feels like I just can't get through a film. And I don't know, even at home, every time I start to watch something, it's like, and I really have to struggle. I don't know if you find the same,
Depends.
I'd rather do, depends.
Yeah.
I'd rather like play a game or watch like TV shows are easier because they're shorter usually, So, which by the way, Shameless starts back up tonight. You have Showtime?
No. No show
Great
time.
show. Set in Chicago. Fucking crazy ass family. It's really good. I know some of you out there watch it. Big fan of it. Just starts back up tonight. So that's what I haven't really been watching TV, and I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, it will hold me over till Game of Thrones starts in 3 months. Oh, I'm sad.
Maybe they could just give us the season in advance.
We
will totally not leak
We know it's
that.
done, of course.
Game MMA Nuts.
Send us the box set.
That's right. You can deliver here. We'll put it up in the studio.
Yes, we will.
That's it.
House Nuts.
Shut it down.
That has been this week's edition of MMA Nuts. My name is Ingo Weigold.
Matt Griffith.
See you next time. Be well. Don't get sick.
Yeah, we will not be sick next time. Thank you for playing.